The stadium may be empty here at LaVell Edwards Stadium right now, but Saturday night, 8:15, these bleachers are going to be packed with a lot of people wearing royal blue and quite a few wearing crimson red. It's the annual edition of the Holy War, BYU versus Utah, the in-state rivalry, the biggest football game in the state of Utah. I'm Jared Lloyd, sports editor for the Daily Herald. Joining me, Jason Franchuk, BYU football columnist. And Jason, this is a big game for BYU. I don't think there's any doubt because they've lost the last 3 times that they've played Utah.
Boo! I just thought I'd get this place warmed up, sorry. You know, it is a huge game, Jared. It's going to be so exciting to be here Saturday night. When you talk about the legacy of this series, the 2 years off that you've written about this week, Kyle Van Noy's legacy here. Can a great player at BYU go 0-4 against the main rival, the University of Utah, and just a prime opportunity for BYU to showcase that the Texas game wasn't a fluke. You know, I mean, we can talk about Texas and them struggling against Ole Miss and Mac Brown's job being on the line, but BYU felt like it improved a lot from that first game. And this is a prime example, being at home, playing a Utah team that's coming off a tough loss at home in overtime to Oregon State. BYU, Jared, I think we can agree they have to win this type of game.
The last time that we were up against going 0-4 or losing 4 straight to Utah, we ended that with a Johnny Harleen on his knees catch in the end zone at Utah. And so, you know, we don't want to do that again, and we have a good chance to end on a good note.
It's all about the emotion. Utah has treated these games very, very differently than BYU has over the years, and a lot of times Utah's taken advantage of that.
Running through BYU's campus today, kind of get them riled up, get everyone pumped for the game.
If you were the coach, I mean, what would you say to make sure that this battle tomorrow is won for the Holy War?
Well, we've won the past 3 years, so I don't think there's much to be said to encourage them to win the 4th time in a row.
This year I don't know why it seems like there's more than it has been the last few years, but I think everybody's just so hyped up, so many hopes are out for the season for both teams that a lot rides on this game, because this is really where the heart of each team is going to really show for the rest of the season, even though it's a non-conference game.
So I really think emotion is going to play a big role in who can actually settle into playing football and play loose, play their game. I think that's going to be huge on this field come Saturday night.
I think you bring up a very valid point in BYU coming back from Virginia, the way that they lost and having to rebound, come at home. And this can be a tough place. I've said this, I've been around 11 years now, Jared. This is a great environment, but sometimes, like the Marriott Center, if it gets tense in here, it can get tense on that sideline. BYU's going to need its support, because I think this is a lot. I mean, this is Taysom Hill's real first crack at this series. Jamal Williams saw it last year, but this is a time when he's a bigger threat. And Utah comes in, they're desperate, and I think I agree with you there that when Utah's played a little bit more desperate, a little bit more on the edge, they have played much better in this series and really given BYU fits. 5-3 Kyle Whittingham is against Bronco Mendenhall, and I don't know if Kyle is necessarily almost twice as good a coach as Bronco, but when it's come to this game, he's gotten his boys pumped up a little bit better.
Well, and one of the things they've done, I don't think there's any secret about this, is they force turnovers. And a lot of those have turned directly into Utah points. And, you know, Bronco Mendenhall made a big thing about that this week, that if BYU's even or ahead in the turnover battle, they win. If they're behind, they lose. And I really think that when you mention both sides of the ball, he talked about the offense and for BYU, their offense. So you look at both sides. I think the offenses need to be able to throw the ball successfully. I really do. Because I think both teams are going to try and shut down the run. I think Utah's going to stack the box and dare BYU to beat them with the pass game, and I think BYU is going to try and take away that run and make Travis Wilson throw the ball. And I don't think Utah's faced the type of defense they're going to face on Saturday against BYU. But which team can impose their will? I really think that a lot of it's going to come down to which team can run the ball a little bit more effectively. Whoever is going to be able to do that is going to be able to throw more effectively. The offense will come along better, I think, and if that's the case.
Yeah, manageable third downs, I think
exactly.
are going to be huge. I also think, though, Jared, I mean, we can talk about all the heroes that have come out of this series that maybe been out of nowhere in some ways. I think BYU, they need Cody Hoffman to play well. They need Kyle Van Noy to play well. Experienced guys that really are burned by having no success against Utah. They need to shine their brightest in this kind of game.
Particularly with the loss of Spencer Hadley due to a suspension. BYU does get a transfer eligible NCAA waiver with Chris Badger being able to play. Don't know the impact he's going to have. But this is going to be the type of game where players have to come out and play their best. BYU has not done that in the last 3 years. They want to win this game. They really need to play at an upper level, and that's led by those leaders that I'm talking
And
about.
I will say, though, real quick, I don't think that bye week plays much of a value for BYU, especially early in this game. I think they come out a little rusty, as teams sometimes do off the bye week. I think they're prepared, they're refreshed, they'll be ready to go, but I think it could take a little while to showcase itself. And how does Utah take advantage of those situations?
Let's go BYU! Let's go, baby! We're gonna win this game! Forget Utah! Let's go!
Cougars, you have the best receiving corps, really one of the best in the country. You have the best defense in the country. You have a killer quarterback. We're gonna win this game. We are gonna win this game.
Go Utes! Go Utes! Oh my gosh, yeah!
So it's always exciting. You got to expect this to come down to the last play. It always does every year, it seems like. Always a fun game, though. Looking forward to it. 8:15 Saturday night right here at LaVell Edwards Stadium. It's BYU versus Utah.